you've joined me. I'm just adjusting my camera, so sorry if I make you feel a bit seasick. There we go, and this is what we're making tonight. Can't really fold it out and get it in the screen properly. Right. Oh, showing I'm live on my iPad. Make sure the sound's turned down. Where are we? Ah, hi Anne. Just getting set up. If somebody could let me, hi Doreen. Could somebody let me know whether you can hear me okay, please? Hi Linda. Seems strange. Thank you, Anne. Hi, Paula. Thanks, Linda. That's brilliant. Thanks, Anne. Hi, Annette. I've got a new light, so hopefully I'm really light. Brilliant stuff. Hi, Karen. Tables have turned. It's your turn tonight. Hi, Wendy. You're all coming in now. Loud and clear. Thanks, Julia. Hi, Carol. Hi, Janice. Well, you're all popping in. Excuse me. Hi, Georgine. Wendy, I'm going to prepare yours, the one that you requested, and I think I'll do the live on that next week. Well, it's nice to be back with everybody. Just give it a few more minutes. It has only just gone 7 o'clock. It looks complicated, Wendy, but it really isn't. Once you see how it's made, you'll see that it folds flat. So when it's folded flat, it is, what is it? 14 centimetres across and 18. So it's 14 by 18. Obviously they're sticking up outside of it, but 14 by 18. And there's not much thickness to it, so it wouldn't cost too much in the post. Thanks, Carol. So you can see it folds out. Heidi, hi. So let me tip it up, wait for my iPad to catch up, and I'll tip it up. Hi, Anna. Thank you. So you can see there how it sits when you've got it folded out. Obviously I'm holding it up because my camera's above me. So then when you fold it up, you fold the side cubes up and it just folds flat. Just like that. Magic. And then it all folds back out again. Right. What's that in old money? Ah, right. What's it in old money? Hang on a minute. It is 5.5 inches by 7. Okay. It's definitely not 6 feet by 4 feet, Wendy. So it's 5.5 inches by 7 inches when it all folds up. Right, let's get going. Put this to one side. It's a little while since I made it, so I may need to refer back to it. Oh dear, and I've done all of my instructions in centimetres. Oh well. Here we go. Are you ready, everybody? Have you got your pen and paper ready? If you want to take a screenshot, you can do. Is that so you can't hear me, Irene? Or was that just that you hadn't got any sound? So here's the diagram of measurements. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, you can. Oh, that's brilliant, Wendy. So it's 29.5 centimetres wide by 18 centimetres tall. And that is 11 3/4 by about 7 inches. Okay, so what we're going to do with this, I've got my piece of paper already, or my piece of card. So what we're going to do with this is, oh, where's my scoring tool? So we're going to score at 7 centimetres, 14 centimetres, 21 and 28. So obviously these panels here are all 7 centimetres. Okay, and this bit here at the edge is just the flap so that we can bend it round and stick it to each other. So what we need to do first is we need to do some measurements. So let me get my scoreboard out of the way. So you've got it facing you, and these two end ones have to be shaped. So these are going to make these shaped bits here. You with me so far? Right, so what you're going to do is you're going to measure up 7 centimetres and make a little mark up there, 7 centimetres. And then you're going to score from that 7 centimetre point, discarding the little piece. You're going to go from the 7 centimetre mark up to the first score line. Okay? And then on the other side, you can do 7 centimetres up again, and then draw a line from that 7 centimetre mark up to the score line. Oh, my ruler's got centimetres and inches on the same thing. Right, so now we're ready for some cutting. If anybody wants me to stop and repeat anything, I can do. So you're going to cut across that one flat, because that's just the bit that we're going to be gluing. And then cutting, I mean, you can do this with your guillotine, you can do it with your craft knife and a ruler, whatever you are happiest doing. So you can see now that we've cut that corner off. Okay, and then the other side, we're going to cut this off as well. So we chopped that bit off the corner there and that bit off the corner there. Are you with me? Or are you making notes? I will be adding this to my YouTube channel afterwards, so you can watch again. Okay, so we'll take those away, and now the glue comes into play. So we're going to be adding the glue to this small piece. And I'm going to push it out so that it goes right out to the edge. Now the glue that I'm using is Phil's Premium PVA glue. So you're going to make sure that lines up nicely. And we're going to burnish. Let me get my... What GSM cardstock? It's Phil's Ice White. So I don't know what GSM that is. Yeah, Karen's just said if you want any links to the items or you've got any questions, if you could link the Ice White card, please, Karen. That's the beauty of YouTube, Wendy, isn't it? That you can watch it over and over again. And if you have just got anything that's overlapping, just snip it off. So you've got your first cube, okay? So your join is going to be at the front and you've got the V there, okay? So discard those. Yeah, I think it's 300 as well, Karen. It's thicker than all the rest of the card, isn't it? So next piece. And here's the layout for this one. So again, 29.5 centimetres long and it's 7 high. Okay. So I'll just move my fingers out the way for anybody that wants to take a screenshot of that. And you want 2 of these, and these are going to form the boxes that are on the side. Don't worry, Jane, you can go back and watch it again. You haven't actually missed that much, just me waffling. There you go, Karen's put the link to the Ice White on for you. So again, we're going to score these pieces. And we're going to score at 7 centimetres, 14, 21 and 28. And that's on both pieces. Okay, so it gives a little flap at the end, which I've just mitered the corners. So we can stick it together to make the cube. Right, so on these, for the cut out pieces here, we've got to do some more measuring. I'm sure it can be converted into inches. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure up, so the opposite end to the hinge, the 2 at the opposite end to the hinge, in the middle, you're going to measure up 2 centimetres and make a mark. And then you're going to draw from that mark to the next fold and from that mark to the edge of the card, and you're going to do that on both of them. Okay. I don't know, Wendy. Is he, Karen? So again, we're going to cut those pieces away. I will be giving this card away at the end of this live. So if you've left a comment, I'll flick through the comments and choose a random watcher. So we've cut that one out. No, it's still working, Deirdre. I just thought everybody had gone quiet, but your comments just come through. Again, you can cut this with scissors or craft knife. So you can see there that we've cut those two pieces away. You've got the fold at the hinge here, and we've just cut those pieces away there. That's another piece gone. Right, so what we're going to do with these now is glue them together. So these are going to be glued together like this, and you'll probably have some excess to cut off there. How tall is the piece you're doing now? So this piece is 7 centimetres high, Leslie. Are you, Janice? Hope you're all keeping up, but like I say, you can watch it back. So we're going to stick these together now. So on the hinge, I just like to smooth the glue out so that it goes right to the edges. This is why I decant the glue into a smaller container, so that I can get into all the nooks and crannies. And again, just burnish it. There we go. And if there's any hanging over, then just cut that off, which is easier said than done. I like to cut the other way. That's better. Just cut that little slither off. So we've got one box, and then do exactly the same with the other one. So is Phil travelling home as we speak, Karen? So fold it over. That way you'll get the shape. And then you'll see if you fold it the other way that it all... Let me just rub out my pencil marks because we don't want those on there, do we? And cut that little piece off. Oh, give it a go, Irene. Chop that little piece off. And the stamps that we're going to be using tonight to decorate these are the smaller ones from the, what's it called? From the Heart collection. Ah, good, good. Right, so we have the two boxes. I'll put the top on my glue. Tidy up so we haven't got an untidy desk. So these two are going to be like this. Just tidy that up. I know I'm being fussy. So they're going to go like that. You can see in the main, let me just wait for my iPad to catch me up so that I can see what you're seeing. You can see those pieces there. I'm mirroring those. So what we're going to do, these are going to be stuck onto here now, but we're going to do the panels that go on it first. So I know I can't work in a tidy, in a tidy area, in an untidy area. So let me look, I've got them all measured and ready for you. My husband walked into my craft room earlier and he went, wow, that's tidy. So what we're going to be doing is the 2 back panels, and for those I've used the Cascading Hearts, and this is the solid one. So I've done this already because I thought you don't want to see me doing this, all the stamping. We have got some stamping to do. So these panels that are going to fit on the inside there, you need 2 of them, and they're 17.5 centimetres by 6.5 centimetres. No, Catherine, you see, if you just do it step by step, break it down, then it's easy to do, and you'll be surprised when you get to the end of it. It's like, I've done that. Give it a go. We'd love to see the pictures in the group. Right, so 2 of these, 17.5 by 6.5 centimetres. So that's the inside panels. And there we go, as if by magic, I've stamped them. And I've also edged them. And the ink that I've used, where have I put it, is Distress Oxide, and it's Barn Door. The stamp does need to be moved. You can probably see where I've got a darker area, but you can pattern match. I'll forgive you, Kim. You can pattern match this stamp. I'm not sure you can do it with all of them, but for this one you can. So then these are going to be stuck on the inside. So when you look inside there, you've got that inside. So let's stick those in. Just make sure they don't splop out. That's a technical term, of course. So put those in there, and you want equal distance around all of them. And what I do to put mine down, I just use a block, because if you can't get to it to smooth it down, then it's nice just to get something flat in there. I don't know where my bell's gone for my top tips. So we'll do the same with the other one. And put that inside the other one. Make sure, at least at the top, it's level, otherwise it's going to look odd. So again, put my top tip, yeah, definitely, Karen, yeah, definitely. So there we go, we've got the inside of it decorated. Now we're going to be doing the front sections. Let me just put the lid on my glue before it dries up. Where is my bell? Oh, found it. Found it. There you go, top tip. So we're on to the side panels now. So these are 17.5 centimetres by 6.5 centimetres, and you need 2 of those. There you go, Jackie. They'll all be they'll be wanting you to do a presentation What is the pattern on the paper? Catherine, it's from the Heart stamp range. So Cascading Hearts is the one that I've used on the inside. And now I'm going to be using the... Let me get the paper out because it reflects. I'm going to be using the Scribbled Hearts for the outside. So what we need to do with these is we need to shape them so that they fit round this cutout piece. So you need to measure up on both outside edges to 6.5 centimetres on both sides, and then draw a line up to the top point. And then cut that off. You might have to do a little bit of trimming, but on the whole, this should work, depending how you cut it out and how it's folded. And you can see here that I've stamped it already, but I need to go round and edge it before we can put it on. So what we've done with these is we've just cut the top corners off there, and we're not going to use this. Oh, I bet you can't wait, Kim. I must have missed that bit. Oh, are you? I've just seen that on the news that people are putting together the poppies for a display. So how I do the edging is I use the finger daubers. Sorry, Karen, I forgot to mention this one. That are on the Sentimentally Yours or Honeypot Crafts website. And all I do is pick up some ink. They fit nicely on the end of your finger. And just drag ink up to the top. You're not going to see all the way down to the bottom, hence why I've not stamped all the way, because the cubes are going to go on the front of the box, so they're going to cover it, the bottom bit up. So I really don't know why I'm colouring in the bottom bit here, but let's carry on as we've started. And the other piece, I find these finger daubers so useful. And all I've done with all of mine, I've got them all of course I have, in alphabetical order with the name of the coloured ink on the finger dauber itself. And all you need to do, you don't need to put much pressure, just go round and catch the edges. So it just encloses the design and draws your eye into it. So that's that one. So these are going to fit on here. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll put those in place. Like I say, you may need to trim them, just depending on measurements and how you've cut it. So just put it in, hold it up to it before you glue it in place. I have to be, Wendy, I have to be. Especially with something like this. Hold it up to it and just make sure it's going to fit. Trim it if you need to trim it. It's not good when you've got so many repeat stamping. We have got some stamping coming up though. So hold that in place, and again, if you want to, you can use, especially if you've got wet ink, you don't want to be rubbing over the top of it, just put a stamping block over the top just to smooth it down. Scribbled heart ones, I think that's lovely. Right, what's next? The cubes. So we're getting there. So the cubes, we've got 2 inside pieces, and then we've got the one as it folds up. Excuse my arm going across. So you can see here that we've got inside there, and then when you fold it up, you've got another one. Let me put that, oh, the other side. So for this one, we've got 6 pieces, because you've got 3 each side. So you've got 1, 2, 3. Let's put a 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then the other side, you've got 1, 2, 3. So it's easier if you potentially put a, oh, top tip, put a cross on them in the places that they're going to go, so that if you turn it round, you don't make a mistake. But remember, these are going to be directional. That's the way they're going to be. So when we do these pieces, you've got to make sure that your design when you've cut the shapes, your design goes the right way. Ask me how I know about that one. So to do the inside and the outside pieces, you want 6 panels, which are 6.5 by 6.5 centimetres. And I've done these already. So you've got 6 there. So we'll glue these in place. And again, all I've done, I've stamped these with the, oh, let me find it, the cascading hearts. And again, I've done that in barn door. So equal distance. I'll try not to put my head in it. To stamp these, you may see on the back of it, I just put a little bit of glue and put it into my stamping platform to keep it in place, because I did find I needed to go in an extra time, or twice, with the stamping with the Distress Oxide. Oops. Get that in position. And then we need to do this one. So when we fold it up, it needs to go that way. Everybody's quiet. You've gone quiet on me. Are you all making notes? So that goes on there. Again, use your stamping block. So now we can see we've got one of the cubes that we're going to put on the side. And on this one, add these. So these are the 6.5 by 6.5 squares. You're concentrating, are you? Deep concentration. Have I got you all thinking what you're going to do with these? You could do them for all sorts of celebrations. Yes. Yeah, Karen, the direction of the stamps, if you didn't put them in the right way, you'd have upside down hearts or hearts on their side. So we can see now, let me bring the other one back in. I did that the other day, put the card together, I found I had a panel. Oh, sometimes you can catch it if your glue hasn't gone off, or if you're using foam pads like Phil does, use a little bit of glue on it, PVA glue on it. So you can see now that these panels are going to stick onto here. But what we'll do before we put them in place is just do the two angled pieces, these pieces here. So again, you need 4 pieces of 6.5 by 6.5. And for each, you can see there's a bit out of there, but I didn't. Let me put the right on the right and the left on the left, so I don't confuse myself. You can see that I've got a little bit out there, and I've just used some of my scrap card. That's the word I was looking for. So you measure 2 centimetres in and then join it up with the bottom corner. And again, you will need to put it up against it. No, I think that one's okay. And again, with the next piece, it's 6.5 by 6.5, and you just need to do the 2 centimetres over and do the diagonal line. These ones you're going to have to be careful which way you stamp them. So you're probably better doing like I'm doing now and put them where you're going to be sticking them. Let's bring those in. Again, 6.5 by 6.5, and this one's going to go here. So measuring 2 centimetres from the bottom corner, and that's going to go there. Let's just check that one. Yeah, that's okay. And the last one, measuring in 2 centimetres and down to the bottom corner. And again, that's going to go on there like that. So let's bring stamping platform in. I'm just going to move these out of view, but I am keeping them in. Oh, look, empty tray. That means I'm getting through it. Right, bring in my stamp platform. Got hot feet. Let me kick my slippers off. 1 minute I'm hot, next minute you can see I've been stamping. So what I'm going to do to start off with is just rub my pencil markings out. And that one went that way, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back and stick that in place. And the next one, just rub the pencil markings off it, get rid of those. And that's that way, yeah. Making sure you got them the right way. Put those in place. Now, you've probably all seen my acetate trick. Put it over the top because red travels. So you're like, well, you can see I've been playing and I've got red fingers. Red is the worst colour. What we doing on this one? What we doing? We're using the Scribbled Hearts. Karen and mine's favourite. And you can see that this is really red. So you can see through there where your pieces are underneath. Make sure you've covered them. And the acetate lets you move it round so that you can get it in position. And then all you do is just take the acetate off and keep it there for next time. So let's add the ink. And my ink pad isn't that juicy. I'm going to have to order some new ones. So you can use, some people use a, what do they call them, a Baron. What have I been using? I've been using the top off my water mister, just so that you can give a little bit more extra pressure. Helps those with dexterity problems. Going for a second inking. There we go. And you can see now that we've got those pieces done. And I'm going to put them into place so that I know where they're going. And then bring the others in. So I need another piece of paper in there. Won't be much of it left soon. So rub my pencil markings out, and this one goes that way. Make sure you get it straight. And then we've got this one that goes that way. You're not dozed off yet, have you? Is everybody still with me? There we go. The glue, little bit of glue on the back just keeps it in position whilst you're doing the stamping, because if you need to go in for a second inking and you haven't glued them down, then you can't get the stamp in the same place. Whereas if you put a little bit of glue on the back of it, I'm sure you've seen Phil doing the same thing. There we go, just go in a little bit darker. It's nice when you watch somebody else doing it, isn't it? But it is, believe me, it is easy to do if you just break all the sections down. This is what I used to say to my workshop ladies, break it all down, and it is easy to do. You may need to watch the video a couple of times, but trust the process. Right, am I going to need that again? I don't think so. So I'll just put my acetate in there and I'll clean my stamp later. Right, put that over there. So now we've got these ready to go on here. But I'm just going to use my finger dauber and go round the edges. Remember, this is really easy to do. You can see why I did some of the stamping beforehand. Otherwise, all you're going to do was to watch me stamping all night. There's a little bit of... Won't make too much difference with the little bit of paper on the back there. It won't really stand up. My iPad's behind, so I keep looking up and keep thinking, oh, I've done that bit. It is achievable, Irene, it really is. You look at cards when they're finished, I know I keep saying this, you look at cards when they're finished and you think you could never do them. Whereas if you break it down, do it step by step like you've seen me do tonight, you'll surprise yourself. Right, so let's put the lid on there, take the finger dauber off, and we'll get these stuck in place. So again, move them off to the side, and we'll do this one first. I do love my construction. I'll try not to get my head in the... Where have I put my... I don't want to go and rub it as I've just done the edges, so I don't want to go and smudge. Which, these are stamps, Irene, not stencils. Any of the textures, the texture stamps are really like the Doodle Dainty dots. They're all small ones. Doodle Dainty dots, stars. There's I can't think what it's called, but it's like a linen weave. So we just add the glue to the back of these. But the stamps that I'm using for these are from the Heart collection. I try not to use that stamp block for anything else because it does get bits of glue on it. I shall have to clean it if I ever want to use it. You've got that one, have you? What, the Doodle Dainty dots, stars, the linen? It works well with the smaller designs because then you can see them better. Right, bit more construction now. So these are going to go on here and you can see which one because it's the only bit of it that isn't decorated. So we'll start with one side, add some glue onto it. Just rub it into the corners. Line it up with the bottom, and that's easiest to do if you put it on the table so that you've got the edge against the edge at the bottom, and you can see then that stands up. So we'll do the other side, add the glue, just rub the glue into the corners, line it up with the bottom of the card and press it down so it meets nicely in the middle there. Straighten my mat up. It's gone all wonky. Karen's just put a link to the texture stamps. Carol Ann. She's late again, Georgine. So there you go. You've got the basic shape of the card, and this is what folds up. So now we just need to embellish it. Top on my glue. So to embellish it, what we're going to do is, what should we do first? I'll do the flowers first. So what you're going to need is, you probably can't see this very well, but it's a piece of acetate. So this is what we're going to put at the top here to put our flowers onto. And it's 2 centimetres wide by 15.5 centimetres long, and you're going to score it at 1.5 centimetres each end. You can see the tabs there. Very difficult when you're doing acetate, isn't it? So the glue obviously needs a porous surface to adhere it properly, otherwise it'll slip all over the place. So I'm just using some red liner tape just to put on the tabs, because then you will get an instant grab from this. So I'm just going to put a few pieces. I could have done this beforehand, couldn't I? What is the time? Oh, 10 to 8. We're not doing too badly. I think we can fit 3 different bits in. So bear with me. Dots and hearts. Definitely. Give it a go. It's amazing how different they look when you use different stamps. Make sure you put it in the group, because I'm sure we will all be looking forward to seeing them. I know I will. Just gives others inspiration, as well as us, to have a go. It could be a nice wedding card. You could use the colours of the person whose wedding it is. You're welcome, Jeanette. And all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to burnish it so that it really makes sure that it's stuck to the acetate. I know this isn't brilliant viewing when you're doing acetate, but I'll hold it up again for you. You can see the ends there. Ends there, both ends have got the double-sided, just waiting for my iPad. You can see that they've got the tape on both ends. So I'm just going to use my craft knife, and I'm just going to take it off from one end, just to get it into place. Yeah, adding pictures. So if you lay it down, you need to go just inside, like this. And you're sticking the tab to the back of the card. Can you see that? So that's the tab there. Just see, let my iPad catch up. Yeah, you can see now. So you're using the tab there, and it's going to go just underneath, and it's going to fit flat. So let me take the tape off this one. These little things stick to you, don't they? And then tuck it underneath and hold it in place. Oh, bless you, Jane. So when you stand it up, you can see that it bows out. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. You can see that it bows out there. So I've already pre-cut my flowers, and the flowers were, I haven't got which flowers they are. They're the last floral finery, and all I've done is use the scribbled hearts to stamp on top of it, and then I've just added some diamond dust. So all we need to do is stick these together. And you can do different coloured flowers, you can do different shaped flowers. Get my tweezers, I'm lost without my tweezers. And we're going to be adding the poppy red gems in the centre, of the flowers. So in the bigger flower, we're going to add the bigger one. And the smaller ones, we'll stick these together, and then we'll use the smaller gem. And you can use the diamond dust or the diamond dazzle. I just wanted something that was a little bit finer. So add glue in the centre there, and we'll add one of the smaller gems. And these are the poppy red. And I'm using my craft sheet here to do it so that it's easier to get the glue off if you get anywhere. Glue in the middle, and we put the last gem in place. Let's just have a break and see what you're saying. Right. So whilst you're holding the gem in the middle, you can just pull up the layer. So that's the poppy red gems. All right. So now we can take those off there, and we're going to be adding them onto the acetate. So let's get the hearts the right way up at least. So I'm going to put one in the middle there. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use some glue gel. Did I use glue gel? No, I'm not. I've changed my mind. I'm going to use my tape. If I wasn't doing the live, I'd probably do it with glue gel, but as I've still got to keep turning it upside down. I don't want it to move. It's alive. Right. So put that on there, and put a little bit on these as well. It's stuck to my tweezers. Tweezers are all sticky. Okay, Joanne, no problem. We haven't got too much more to do now. You've got the main construction, so at least you know how to do that. All the rest of it is just a bonus. What's happened there? Oh, I don't know where that white piece came from. I thought I'll just pop up something sort of thing. That's funny. Yeah, you can try and go upstairs in your caravan, but I think you'd be a bit cold out there. Whereabouts are you, Wendy? We've just come back from ours. So in the middle, and I'm going to stick that in place. Hold it in place for a little while. And get the back off this one. Like I say, you can use any of the flower ranges, any sizes. You've got the 4-petal, 3-petal. I'm going to put that there. You can add leaves to the back of this. I'm just going to be adding some of the twiddly bits, but you can add leaves, whatever you like. You could even put your sentiment onto the acetate and have your sentiment coming across the front. So many possibilities. There we go. And what you can do is you can put the twiddly bits in the back there, like that. And tuck them in underneath. I'll do those after we've finished, but you can see on this one that I've got them in there, and you can angle. These ones are nice because they've got like a spiral end on that. So I'll do that one afterwards before I post it off. So we've got the flowers on the back there now, looking rather pretty. So you've got those. Can you see that? I know, the twiddly bits. They're just brilliant. I've got glitter all over the place. Right, let's tidy up. There we go. Right, what have we got now? We've got the spring to put the sentiment on. As you can see here, you've got the sentiment. Let's shift this one over to the side. It's standing out from the main part of it. So we've got to make the spring that goes at the back here so that it stands out and allows us to fold it up, and then it springs out when we pull it out. Let me just have a slurp of my drink. Apologies for lobbing over the camera. My throat had gone dry. So the sentiment spring here, you want a piece of card that is 2.5 centimetres wide by 14, and you're going to score at 1.5, 3 and 4.5 centimetres both ends, and then you're going to make it so that it goes like that. So you can see that you've got the spring. Yeah, can you see that? So that's the sentiment spring. And what we're going to do is we're going to add this. You better go in, I found it's easier to go in from the side like this, and you're going to go, I don't know whether you can see that, can you? Wait for the camera. Come on, catch up. You can see that there. And that's where the spring is going to go. It's going to go equal over the centre fold line. And if you want to put a little bit of a bend in there, you can do, just so that it knows what it's got to do, what its job is once we get it in place. So add glue to the outside pieces, the ends of the spring, and we'll do both sides. So you can see there that the end is where we've added the glue, and we're going to hold it together. Going to go in from the side and get it half. It looks a bit fiddly, but once you've got it done, it will stay in place. So you're just going to hold that down. Just let that catch. And you can see now that when we open it up, you've got the spring in there that we're going to stick the sentiment onto here, so that when you fold the box, your sentiment stands proud in the front there. Okay? So, these two bits for the sentiment, we're nearly finished. And these are from the Layered Differently. I don't know which one, which release it was. Does it say on there? 2025. So it's probably the latest one, but this is the Exquisite Rectangles. And as you can see, the ones that I've used are the two that are turned over. So the smaller ones in the centre. I've cut them both from Ice White card. And what we're going to do, we're going to use the Barn Door Distress Oxide ink, and we're just going to colour around the outside here so that it matches the rest of our project. And you can see on this one, I've stamped the sentiment, which is also from the From the Heart Essential Sentiments, and it's this one, sending lots of love for you. It just fits nicely on that shape there. And you've got the two cut out hearts, so we need to make sure we go down far enough so that the hearts will be red. So let's bring our craft sheet in again, and I'm going to use my finger dauber in the Barn Door, not the actual Barn Door, the Distress Oxide. So I'm going to colour the whole of the top there and the bottom so that we can see through that heart aperture, see the red underneath. You've got that one, have you? Like I say, any of them will work. You'd be amazed when you look back through your stamps which ones will actually work for these. So you can see there that we've covered the edges and it matches our design. And then when we put this onto here, through the little heart apertures, you've got the red underneath. Right, so we're going to stick this flat so that it folds nicely. Where's my tweezers? I'm going to put this so that it's in the middle. And again, use the stamp block to hold it down. Oh, Wendy. Ah, you see, you can get it out now, can't you? Get using your Barn Door. Just think you could use this for Christmas cards for those special people. I think because my ink, oh, I've got some. Sorry about the noises. I think because my ink is still wet, my glue isn't sticking properly. So if you get any ink on your card, it's called a Tombow Mono eraser, and it's a sand eraser for ink. Let me see if I can bring it up a little bit higher so that you can see. Come on, iPad. There you go. Can you see that? And this was on that well-known selling site. I don't know why I keep getting that bit coming up round the corner. Who knows? So it will take ink off, but it is a sand eraser, so don't rub too hard because otherwise you'll rub through your card. Obviously you'll leave yours to dry a bit more. Oh dear, my husband's just sneezed downstairs. I could hear him up here. So what we're going to do with this is we're just going to put a little bit of glue in, say, the centre centimetre. Don't do Christmas cards. Oh, okay. Fair enough. And You're just going to make sure you get it straight. And then you can hold it down. Don't in capital letters. Oh. Right, hold that in place. And there you go. There's your card finished. Obviously, I've still got the twiddly bits to put in there. I might colour those red, actually. Tell you what, whilst we're here and whilst we've got the ink out, let's have a look at what they look like in red. I've got red fingers, so... I think it'll look quite nice in red. Right, let's try and pick my card up without... There we go, that's what it's going to look like with red. Yep, that looks really nice, doesn't it? So I'll carry on and finish those in red and put them together. I'll probably add a little bit of glue gel behind there to keep them in place. And what I've done with my original card is the exquisite rectangles. The next one, the next die down, has got some hearts, so you can use all your oddments of white card and stamp those, cut those out and then colour them, and then I've just randomly added them. You can see all the red hearts, randomly added them onto here just to give a little bit of extra interest. You can see the two of them there. You've got different coloured flowers. You could put a different sentiment, but there you go. That's how you make it. Any questions? You're welcome. And I'd love it if you could give this a go. It will be on my YouTube channel, so you can watch that back as you make it. Okay. There we go. I'll hold this one up because this one's dry. The sentiment's just fallen off the other one, so I'll glue that back in place. Right, let's pick a winner, and I'll get the card that I made off to you. Right, let's go right to the top. Excuse my arm, and we'll go down and stop. K. Rogers. K. Rogers. If you could drop us a note on the website or on Facebook, K. Rogers, if you could drop us a note, and I will get that in the post to you. So let me, K. Rogers, congratulations. Just nip to the end and see if there's any more comments. You're welcome, and I'll be back next Tuesday. Wendy's made a request for another one of my construction cards. So an hour and 15 minutes, that wasn't bad, was it? Just think, if you do that for yourself, it won't take that long, will it? Okay. Thanks very much for doing the links, Karen. And thank you for joining me, everybody. And I will see you again next week. Thanks very much. Bye.